Hello there, my name is Anthony Goss and welcome to my presentation on using technology to support learning, specifically in my field of study and teaching of sport performance analysis here at Plymouth Marjon. This pre-recorded presentation will aim to cover key considerations in relation to this assessment, introduction to learning and teaching. In order to achieve this, the aims of the presentation will be to explore and reference technology trends, provide an introduction in relation to the assignment question and look at pertinent UKPSF guidelines, look at how to use technology in performance analysis, provide practical examples, demonstrations, critical analysis of my chosen technology, which is Veo camera and online platform, its wider applications, and hopefully by the end, provide a summary and conclusion. So to start, the trends in the use of technology in the education sector are evident across the board, as according to Parkin, who states how technology has proven pivotal in the development of three key themes within education. Firstly, technology has not only increased, but has helped provide considerable depth to the amount of learning resources available. Secondly, and through the use of the internet, the ease of access to content from across the world has improved dramatically. And thirdly, and possibly most significantly, the development of technology has helped challenge the privileged preconception of who can create and validate knowledge. Furthermore, Dini, as asserting how technology is ever evolving and at a progressively rapid rate, fuels the notion that technology will forever be at the forefront of the education sector. Moreover, when you take into account the UK professional standards framework and more specifically the key dimensions that highlighted for this presentation, it's important to consider technologies and methods to support student learning and experiences, especially in my situation where I'm teaching predominantly first year students who for the most part are new to the subject area of sport performance analysis. We do not want to create overwhelming situations within this area, especially when Gilbin states how the amount of data, information, and statistics that could be gained through performance analysis can be overwhelming. So as educators in this area, we do not want to create overwhelming situations and environments for our learners. However, modern performance analysis requires the effective implementation of this technology, especially in real-world scenarios. In sporting performances, especially in sports such as football and rugby and netball, there are a lot of different factors that can have a positive and negative effect on the outcome of match or training. And normally, and traditionally, these were viewed subjectively by practitioners. This is no more apparent than in Lard and Water's study, which states how qualified football coaches could only recall 59.2% of critical events that occurred during a match. So it stands to reason that performance analysis is there to provide an objective viewpoint to help the learning process by providing a wide range of content, whether it's video footage for feedback, sequential systems, data collection, statistics. Performance analysis is, in essence, is trying to circumvent the subjectiveness to help provide clarity in this process. Now, when you consider what Marjon has to offer with regards to digital innovation and learning, yes, there are options and methods that are engaging and innovative in their own right. However, it does not marry up necessarily with the pedagogical practices which are preferred when it comes to sport performance analysis. It's very important we want students to almost essentially practice and learn on the go instead of just listening to me talk about it through it for a 2-hour lecture. Furthermore, when you consider other methods and other technologies that are available out there, such as Scout and Huddle that are on the screen now, they are from the onset quite complicated, layered, and detailed processes, which can be, like I alluded to, very overwhelming. They're also very costly. So when you take all these factors into consideration, what we use at Marjon through our partnership with Plymouth Argyle Women is the technology of the Veo camera and online platform software. Now, as you'll see in this demonstration here is an example of how it's used, but Veo is a piece of performance analysis technology and software. As you saw in the previous slide, it's essentially the green camera on top of a telescopic tripod, which allows for a high vantage point, which is very important when recording sports content. The camera itself will film the match through two lenses, and then the Veo robot, as they like to call it, will blend the footage together and incorporate ball tracking technology. And once it's uploaded, it will go onto the online platform, and as you can see in this demonstration, how to create highlights for analysis. So all you do is click on the match, click on the highlights where it says create, click on the what you want to create. So for in this example, I'm just putting attack. You create the length of the clip, and then you save, and it'll add it to a timeline. A very quick fire, but it just hopefully demonstrates how easy this technology is. And as I said, that robot ball tracking technology, the camera itself will follow the ball, which makes life very easy because then you don't have to stand there on the side of a pitch and move the camera. So it makes life, like I said, a lot easier. And this whole system and setup, it allows very easy way to provide feedback to players, managers, and coaches. When you incorporate this into academic lecture, this as an example we used is the title slide. The title for this workshop was performance analysis in an applied football setting. We'd obviously drip feed academic references and literature in the presentation itself, but the applied, the practical element of this lecture in essence was, because it was a performance analysis in an applied setting, what I did, I actually text the Plymouth Argyle manager for some key performance indicators. And because we've got that partnership, we've got access to the footage, the manager essentially set the tasks for our students to carry out. And the result was this as well as the footage that was collected on Veo, but it created this the students created this 4-page document, which then fed directly back to the manager and fed directly back to the players. So it's, when you link back to learning theories of connectivism and situated learning, it's a good example of it demonstrates the importance of then giving the students ownership and practice of these methods instead of just telling them what the processes are. Another example, we got the same process. A student went through all the matches, and they collected data and information on the throwings, whether they were good throwings or bad throwings. They created these maps to collect the data, created some calculations, and we used that information to directly in a player workshop where they created their own solutions based off the information that was collected. So I alluded to earlier, it offers like a seamless transition for students to practice performance analysis, but then have real world outcomes. And it's a very clever piece of technology which is constantly evolving, constantly improving. Having said all that, the quality of the footage is inconsistent, and there are more advanced technology we could use. For example, you cannot extrapolate in the numerical data into an Excel sheet, for example. You've got to manually move it across. So there are disadvantages to it. However, it is easy to use, great for practical use and student learning. It works well with our partnership with Plymouth Argyle Women. It's ever evolving, and it also includes the ability to draw, to telestration, to draw on actual video footage, which can help further highlight examples we want to get across to players. So to conclude, I want to try and link into the principles that were highlighted in the framework for this presentation. And I said performance analysis is there to provide accurate information for feedback. It's a great quote from Sally Brown there. I thought it's learning how over learning what. It was giving the students the opportunity to practice themselves through a very easy platform, and it opens the door to then make it easier to understand performance analysis principles and techniques and other technologies. As I've alluded to previously, when you look about what how students learn, I feel that you link back to the learning theories, it's more of a situated learning connectivism style approach, which allows them for that transition for students to then apply what has been learned theory-wise into real world scenarios with the examples. And when you talk about the value of appropriate learning technologies, it's with that partnership we've got with Plymouth Argyle Women. It's a safe platform for students to practice under our supervision, to then hopefully learn, gain experience, get placements, and then further develop their understanding and push their boundaries, which will tie, I think, quite nicely into the Marjon values of independence and ambition and curiosity, as well as developing those human connections with humanity. All that's left to say is thank you very much for your time. I welcome any questions if you have regarding this technology, and speak to you all soon.